What did ancient Incan warriors consume and eat before going into battle? Maca. It's written right on the back. Well, having been down to South America, exploring the different traditions, being in the Andes, I remember being at Machu Picchu, just seeing these people carry these huge loads. It's like trying to find out, okay, where do they get the stamina? Where do they get the energy for this? What's this about? Because I don't see people doing that in the country I live in. And people will keep coming back to maca. Maca is a potato. It's a powder. You can get it in this package here, powder. But it comes from a potato or root that grows under the ground at the highest altitude of the planet, the top of the Andes. I mean, really high up there. And in order to survive, to cope with the stress, it actually makes these repair enzymes. And these repair enzymes keep it alive, allow it to survive, help it to cope with stress. Well, those same repair enzymes, when we eat maca, it comes into our body and helps our body do the same thing, helps us survive, helps us to regenerate our DNA. Because once the DNA starts getting damaged, and it does by stress, then it's sending out the wrong messages and the body doesn't work as well. So what would be those causes of stress? Well, there's lots of them. Of course, environmental pollutants is one source of stress. The body now doesn't recognize it, has to fight against it, has to get rid of it. And it actually creates a stress response inside of us when we take in chemicals and the body goes, ooh, what's that? I got to get rid of it. Got to kill it, got to remove it, got to get rid of it. Then another source of stress is just simply when there's urgency and emergency in our life and we have anxieties and unhappy experiences and we're struggling and resisting, all that stuff, that causes cortisol to be released in the body. And that also is a source of, that is a stress response. And if it's done chronically over time, it will cause damage to our DNA and cause our body to malfunction, cause us to age faster, cause us to have less energy, and definitely causes hormonal imbalance. And that's the key thing, is stress causes hormonal imbalance. Because when you make cortisol, the hormone cortisol, it uses up other good hormones to make the cortisol. So to be a little technical, for example, there's a very calming hormone called progesterone. And in order to make cortisol, the body uses up its progesterone. And there needs to be, particularly in women, a balance of progesterone and estrogen. Estrogen kind of speeds up the brain, and progesterone calms it down, says, okay, one thing at a time, calm down, everything's all right. Estrogen's going, but, we got to do this, we got to do this, we got to do this. So when women are under stress, if they're experiencing the stress response, then what happens is they're using up their progesterone to make the cortisol, and now they feel overstimulated. And so we get overwhelmed women. And I talk about this a lot in my book, Venus on Fire, Mars on Ice. And one of the antidotes for that, one of the ways to help your body cope better with stress and heal the damaging effects of stress, which is the DNA damage, is maca. Maca is incredible. Hormonal balance. This is why the warriors would take it before going to battle. It gives you stamina, it gives you strength. And it does. The thing about maca is you don't feel it right away. This can take several days, and even over a few weeks, you're building that stamina. It's a gradual increase. It also increases libido, but it's more of a gradual increase. For sudden increase, and something I think everybody can benefit from to some extent, particularly as you're getting older, is Tongat Ali. Tongat Ali, which is also at my website. The brand there is a great brand. I use it myself. I used it this morning. So the maca is on an ongoing basis, organic maca powder. And what you have to know is you can price it out on the internet. What you'll see is that some people it's cheaper, some people it's more expensive, and there's a reason for that. The more expensive maca, it grows at higher altitudes. And the higher the altitude, the more the plant's going to be stressed, and the stressed plant produces these enzymes that work better. The company here is Sun Food. I really like this company, just as, certain companies I really like their products from, and I encourage you to buy their products to some extent. Find the best for you. But I've tested them, and often I test them compared to other ones, and I come back to, again, this is really high quality. And I know people do get the results that I talk about. So like my wife, she's 60, almost 62. And, around 60, she started getting hot flashes again. Well, I pulled out the maca, she started doing it for a while, then didn't need to do it again. But as soon as she put a teaspoon or 2 teaspoons in a little glass of apple juice, hot flash is gone. Now, during hot flash season for women, during menopause, where they're having these hot flashes, I've given this to hundreds of women, have told me that they took 1 to 3 teaspoons of maca a day, and their hot flashes went away. And there are some women it didn't work for, so there's always that issue. You know, if you have a tremendous adrenal fatigue, then just taking some maca isn't going to get immediate result. There's other adaptogens that can help as well, which is why I put together the Venus Calm product, which is just packed with adaptogens. Then we have the adrenal product I sell on my website, which is really good for the adrenal gland to restore health to the adrenal gland so it can make the right hormones. But as far as maca is concerned, for so many people, they get very quick results in terms of hormonal balance, more testosterone for men, a better, healthier balance between progesterone and estrogen for women. One of the big issues for women as they're getting older, 90% of the people with osteoporosis are women. Maybe all the men died out before they get osteoporosis, but not really. Men are actually starting to live longer now. But the osteoporosis is the bones are breaking down. And everybody thinks, oh, take more calcium, take more calcium. Americans eat more calcium than anybody in the world, and we have the highest rate of osteoporosis. So let's kind of like wake up and look at the numbers and realize that most osteoporosis is a hormonal imbalance. And there's a whole scientific pathway that explains this. But when you don't have enough progesterone, then progesterone has to be balanced with estrogen for your bones to rebuild themselves and stay strong and healthy. So it's the balance of progesterone and estrogen that allows that to take place. So anything that helps you to regulate stress better is going to give you better bones, stronger bones. And maca has been known to help people regulate stress. It's an adaptogen, helping you adapt to difficult situations in your life. So organic maca, great. How do I use it? When I'm in the mood, I don't do it every day. If you haven't done it, you start for a few weeks, then go off of it for a while, then come back to it. It's like you're making a meal. Sometimes you want string beans, sometimes you want cauliflower, sometimes you want broccoli, sometimes you have fruit salad. It's what do you feel like? This becomes one of your superfoods to add to your superfood shake in the morning. It just is something you want to provide. It adds different flavor, it has a different effect. The brain goes, oh yeah, I hadn't had that in a while. That's really good. We want you to listen to your body. I'm giving you direction and insight for your mind to go, okay, what's good, what might be good, what's here, what's there. But listen to your body. But you can't always listen to your body, because if your brain's out of whack, if you're stressed, then what your body says, I want ice cream, I want chips, I want cookies, I want sugar, I want, frappuccinos, of course I want those things. Am I supposed to listen to my body at those times? No. So I need to know what are the bad things for me. I also need to have a direction of when I'm wanting those things, well, what should I eat? What do I need at that time? And generally when you're wanting any of those things, take some maca and you won't want those things so much. Put maca in a superfood shake where you have easy to digest protein, easy to digest fat. Small amounts of sugar with PGX, which helps stabilize your blood sugar, and then throw in some extra maca, like 2 or 3 teaspoons, and you're ready to have a wonderful romantic date. You're feeling good about yourself. Your self-esteem can be supported. All these good feelings come from feeling healthy and nutritious. Maca is something that you'll certainly enjoy. Everybody loves it. People come up to me all the time thanking me. Thanks for telling me about maca. It can help balance hormones. It can help calm the brain. It can help with your libido. It can help give you energy. And it gives you strength. And if you happen to be an ancient Incan warrior, you're ready to go into battle and face your day. So enjoy more maca in your life.